Look.
Listen. Welcome to Look, Listen with Geese and Guyera. I'm Geese.
And this week we're switching it up with Guyera. Geese has a brand new idea for maybe a change in how the podcast works. Geese?
Yes. I was thinking about, instead of reviewing 3 episodes per episode, we did only 2.
Now then, do you like that idea? Immediately email at gmail.com. looklistencast@gmail.com. Because Geese thinks maybe it's a good idea. I think, well, I don't know. Maybe, could be, might not be. That's why this episode is a testing bed, an experimental episode where we will record 2 episodes instead of 3, and then you can decide, do you prefer it? Do you not prefer it? The choice is yours.
Well, let me give my reasoning for this. First, it's less episodes for the Clambos to watch. I feel like 40 minutes is much more attainable than 60 minutes of watching required to listen to the podcast. 2, it allows more breathing room to talk about other non-episode related topics. And 3, I'm gonna be honest, I'm starting school. I have less time.
She needs those 20 minutes. Oh, God.
Look, it's 20 minutes. Time is money.
It goes a long way. I mean, in the long run, it doesn't, because that just means more episodes of the show. But here's the thing. Sometimes, okay, look.
Listen.
Let me go back to what I was talking about before, because I was going to go off on such a tangent. Okay, so I eat my recording apples, right? But I ate them too quickly. So here's how my salivary glands work. If I know I'm going to have a meal, oh my God, the sniffles already. 2 minutes in. All right, clean cut. If I know I'm going to have a meal, my mouth is prepared for that. It knows, it salivates to the correct... I'm salivating now, speaking about salivation. It knows that I'm going to eat, so it gets my moisture levels correct. Now then, if I am going to quickly eat unexpectedly, which rarely happens to me because I'm not a snacker, I just eat like a big meal. But if I grab food real quick, either right before I'm about to take a bite or right as I put it in my mouth, my entire mouth kind of hurts. And for the longest time, I didn't know what that was. It turns out it's just my salivary glands going, oh God, oh God, oh God, we're not prepared. So they're just pushing and constricting and throwing out as much saliva as they can. And that's what that feeling is. And mine, I know, is way, way stronger than other people.
One time, I got a salivary gland infection and I couldn't stop salivating and I couldn't swallow it, so I was just like drooling everywhere in the back of my grandma's car. I think I was like 8 or something. I thought I was like gonna die. I just couldn't stop salivating, but it went away the next day.
When I was a kid, they called me slobberjaw, like a little baby, because I'm always drooling when I sleep, evidently, or just drooling.
I drool when I sleep too.
That's what an overactive salivary gland does. Maybe that's connected to the Clambos. I don't know. The literal Clambos, not the people Clambos, but the...
Maybe, actually.
The hands.
I wonder.
The sweat hands.
Just a juicy boy.
Oh, God. Disgusting. All right, sick. Hey, Clambos, guess what I did yesterday? Geese, guess what I did yesterday? And Clambos. But you can actually respond with your barefoot wine shirt. I think my aunts have had barefoot wine before.
It's cheap. My friend found this at a thrift shop and sent it to me because I often drink barefoot Moscato, but I call it mosquito. So I'll be like, I'm going to the store to get some pink mosquito.
The jokes.
So yeah.
At first, I thought you were going to say, I often drink barefoot, meaning you just don't put shoes on when you go drink.
I mean, I feel like when I am drinking wine, I am usually barefoot.
There you go. I'll tell you what I like about that shirt. It's that collar that's giving me big high school vibes. Like a lot of shirts I had a collar that looked like that when I was like 16 or 17. I don't think I own any of those shirts anymore. Geese, what? Guess where? Guess where I went yesterday. Wait, you probably
A
already know, don't you?
Power Ranger con?
Yeah, that's a noun. Yep, it's called Power Morphicon. It's in Pasadena, California, and it takes place every other year. Now, here's the thing. In 2020, they had to cancel it. So it's been a long time since a Power Morphicon. 4 years, I think. Don't fact check me on that, but I think it's accurate.
I won't.
All right. Oh my goodness, Geese, they have all these panels and they got everybody selling stuff and you can meet all the Power Rangers and you stand in line, you take a little picture. I only went there for one reason, which was to see Rocco Bodie of Mega 64 because oh my God, where to even begin with this? I'll try to condense this. So there's this YouTuber, and I think his name is Linkara, and he put out these history of Power Rangers videos, but this guy's personality is just absolutely hysterical. And evidently, if going off of what Rocco has done in his parody videos, all he does in his videos is yell at his audience for asking when the next episode will be. So that's like the premise of all these parody videos. And somehow Rocco has managed to, at the Power Rangers convention, have his own panel where he does a panel in character as a YouTuber that's poking fun at this other YouTuber named Linkara, and he comes up with a fake series called Voltage Vengers. So it's the history of a fictional series, and it is always a wonderfully fun time. That's the first time I met him, too, in 2014, Power Morphicon. Lots of fun.
Nice. Did I ever tell you the story about my Power Ranger action figure I had as a kid?
Was it sick?
It was sick. It was a green Power Ranger, which was my favorite.
Tommy.
And I was playing in the yard with it, and I went inside to go like take a nap or get some juice boxes or whatever.
There's multiple juice
And
boxes.
yeah,
You
you
got your
can't
arms
just have
full
one.
of juice. Okay, go outside.
And my dad mowed the lawn and he didn't see it because it's a green Power Ranger and he destroyed it, and I will never forgive him.
Still cry to this very day. I like if you cry every time, and subscribe and leave a comment if you cry every time, and support us on anchor.fm. What is that face, Geese? Is there trouble?
No, I'm just so itchy, Guyera. Okay, Clambos. I'm very happy because Aaron and I are cat sitting. Our friend Lonnie's cat Cleo, and she's a baby, and she's great. But I am allergic to cats, so I'm very itchy, and my allergies are really bad. And I took some allergy medicine before this, but I did take the wrong kind that makes me drowsy.
Geese, no! How much time do we have? What's our countdown clock?
I think it's already too late.
No! Yeah! Oh, no. Every time.
But
Hold on. I thought you were going to say, but I got a great idea. When Guyera talks about the plot, I'm just going to take a nap and then I'll wake back up for the outro.
Well, that is a possibility. But I also did take an Adderall, which makes me awake. So it's going to be an interesting to see what the two do to my body.
Sounds like a whale of a time, Geese. All right. Let's go into walking, talking, locking, jocking, playing, goofing, eating, playing, laughing, love, live.
Yep.
Last night I watched the new House of Dragons, and that show is going to be, I predict, good. Now, the second episode, was it a little slow in the beginning? Yes. By the middle, did it really get did it really, what's the phrase, Geese? It really claws, it sinks in? It really hooks you?
Digs its claws in.
Yeah, no dragon puns necessary, but you get excited. You got to go, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? And by the end of the episode, it's very exciting. Good show. What was I talking about, Geese? We're back. Okay. So clearly, obviously, if I'm going to Power Rangers convention and I'm walking into the Super Sentai panel and they've
Wait, you
got,
were talking about House of Dragons.
I think I finished, right? I said, it's good. Even if some people in the Discord say, oh, it was so-so. No, whoever that was, I disagree with you. So, how's about that? But clearly, if I'm going to a Power Rangers convention, that means I gotta just for a couple minutes watch some Super Sentai because, of course, before I left, I walked into the big Super Sentai panel where everybody's losing their mind because the big famous Japanese Gokaiger actors show up and they're like, "Yeah, we're surprised anybody's here. We thought, well, these English speaking people, they have Power Rangers. Why would they watch Super Sentai?" But no, people love them, and they should because it's good.
I've heard that Power Ranger with Bryan Cranston was actually a pretty good movie.
I've never seen that one, but I did adore the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie because it has the best opening of all time of them skydiving with that song, "Better!" and they land on their little skydiving surf dive surf. What is it called, Geese, when you're skiing? A ski board. What is it called?
What? Snowboard?
Snowboard. A snowboard.
My God.
Oh my god. Because they're skydiving while their feet are on a snowboard and they land on the target. Such a good movie. Ivan Ooze. What a classic.
I've never seen it.
You should. And then, like I mentioned last week, Geese, I of course watched Dragon Ball Super Hero, Dragon Ball Super Superhero, Dragon Ball Super Superhero in the IMAX. Unbelievable amounts of fun. You should watch it too, even though you don't know anything about Dragon Ball, because it's great. And then before I watched that, I watched Dragon Ball Super Broly movie by making a free account on Hulu and then getting a free upgrade to Stars for their free trial thing just so I could watch Super Dragon Ball Super Broly, which was also a ton of fun and it canonized a lot of non-canon things and it was wonderful. Geese, what about you? What'd you listen at? What'd you watch entertainment-wise, television film?
Well, I think I mentioned last time that. Hold on, I have to yawn.
Yawn time. Clambos, it's your time to yawn. All right.
Yawn time.
Everybody. No, it's time to yawn.
I think I mentioned last time that Aaron and I finished Ted Lasso, which was good. I think what we're going to watch next is Severance.
Oh, what a back-to-back. That's going to be so sick.
But I haven't, in the meantime, I haven't watched anything really. I've just been playing Fortnite with the gamers. Fortnite's very good.
You watched season 1 and 2 of Ted Lasso, correct? Or just 1?
Yes.
You can't say yes to a two-part question.
Both. Season 1 and 2.
Oh, I thought you were saying both. Yes, I both only watched 1, and I both also watched 1 and 2. Okay. And how far are you in Severance? You haven't started Severance yet.
Haven't started. What is it on? Like Hulu or something?
No, they're both Apple TV. That's what I've been saying, Geese.
Yeah, I've just been mainly hanging out with Cleo. She's a baby, and I love her.
As far as games are concerned, it's just Fortnite with the gamers. And it stinks because guess what? When I'm at work, the gamers are still playing Fortnite. So it's nonstop fear of missing out, as the kids like to discuss. But
I've just been, okay, I'll go. I was going to say that, I just keep getting second place and not winning. So frustrating.
Look, we're winners. Second place is unacceptable. But it is expected to sometimes happen because there's cheaters out there. They're probably hacking the system, making sure it says that you lost, even though you actually won. So we just gotta come to terms with that.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how my play style is different after the Dragon Ball stuff ends tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow? No, Dragon Ball's till September something. I thought the middle. Wait, it really ends tomorrow, Geese?
I that's what I thought.
Oh my god. When does Dragon Ball end Fortnite? Clambos, you better, God, if it ends tomorrow, we're in trouble. Oh my god. It's a good thing I have Shenron. Clambos, I'm sorry, but by the time this episode goes up, Dragon Ball's over. Are you telling me we're not going to have any more Kamehamehas? You telling me we're not going to have any more flying Nimbi?
Yeah.
Geese, this is a tragedy. What am I going to do?
I like the Rift to Go. That's a good substitution for the Nimbus, but the Kamehameha, I don't know.
Geese, wait a minute. Should I buy a Fortnite Battle Crew pass time right this second?
I did. I think
Oh, Clambos. I don't want to get Fortnite Crew. I'm just playing Fortnite Crew and Pokemon Go, like the most casual video game player you've ever seen. It's like I've never even touched a console. Come on. Good Lord. God.
I mean, I think Fortnite Crew is worth it if you want to buy a lot of like skins and stuff because it gives you V-Bucks. But are you going to buy anything else? Because you already have the Dragon Ball stuff. Do you want anything
Yeah.
else?
I don't think so. But like playing that game without having your battle pass quests, I don't know if I'd be into. I don't know. I'll have to make a decision today. Let me not think of it any further. It's just going to stress me out. Anyway, Pokemon Go. Geese, it was Go Fest on Sunday, and it was Sunday, right? No. Saturday. On Saturday, August 27th? That sounds right. That checks out. Geese, I was walking everywhere. Geese, I was catching so many shiny Pokemon. I was so excited when I got a shiny Chansey. It's green. Very fun. And then I thought about playing Live Alive and I thought about playing Yakuza 7, but instead we just played Fortnite with the gamers. So, Geese, did you eat anything sick this
I
week?
had a very good meatball sub yesterday from Firehouse Subs. Their Firehouse meatball, sweet and hot meatball sub.
Can I get some more adjectives?
Juicy marinara. It was very good, and I ate the rest of it and the rest of Aaron's for breakfast.
Nice. God, I hope he's like, "Where's the sandwich?" And you go, "It must have been Cleo."
No, he was like, "Can you eat it for me?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Is that all you ate? Was a
Um,
firehouse up?
no, Aaron made pot roast, so we've been having pot roast. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but Aaron also made some creamy tortellini soup, and it's very good.
Tortellines, huh? What all's in that?
Just cheese. You mean tortellini or the soup?
I hit the mute button to blow my nose, expecting Geese to give me a big description of this soup, and then she just says cheese.
I thought you asked what was in the tortellini. I'll tell you what's in the soup.
I'll tell you it's in the soup.
I'll tell
You,
you.
what, you think I won't? Watch me.
Onions, tomato paste, like petite cut tomatoes,
In the South, they call those
flour,
onions and tomatoes.
onions and tomatoes, spinach, tortellini. Hold on one second. I think Cleo is scratching the bed. 1 second.
Get Cleo on cam. Oh, get her to meow in the mic. Special guest Cleo. Cleo, say hello.
Her food just opened up, so she might go eat it. She has like a timer, like food bowl. So you just fill it up and then it pops open. Oh, Aaron's home.
Let's say hello to Aaron. Man, Cleo and Aaron, it's like a French scene over here. Clambos, do you know what a French scene is? I'll explain if you don't. A French scene is on stage when a new character enters or a different character that is already on the stage exits. And then it is now a new French scene. That was so good. Geese did a big old just start talking, but they went, all right, Geese. This week, it's the same as most weeks. You already know what
Wait,
time it is. What?
I thought we were going to talk more about eating and stuff.
I am talking about eating and stuff.
Okay.
Geese, this week, same as most weeks. You already know what time it is. I had my raisins and I had my cocoa ichibanya, which are kind of similar in a lot of ways. They're both delicious chicken that happens to be fried most of the time, at least. Chicken cutlet curry, omelet. Oh, I completely forgot to mention this. So, back in the Power Morphicon segment of the beginning of this podcast, I was so happy to see that recently, within the past like week, Rocco Bodie of Mega 64 had discovered Coco Ichibanya, and he was eating there 3 days in a row, which is completely understandable. So I made sure to give him a little Coco Ichibanya welcome package because I have so much Coco Ichibanya merch. So I gave him a bag and a spoon and a mug and a free curry stamp
Sick.
thing. Very sick. But this week I had something, Geese, that I haven't had in a while because here's the thing. Let me take you down a trip down memory lane. The year is 2020, I think. Dan Reichert has just started streaming, and he's doing these treat streams, and he orders something called a pad thai. Now, Geese, had I ever had a pad thai in my life before? Do I want?
What?
It just never came up. I had plenty of curry. I had tons of Thai curry, like red curry. Just never had a pad thai. So I decide, let's try this pad thai. And Geese, this Thai restaurant near me had the best pad thai you could imagine. Oh my God. I was eating it like every single night. And Geese, it was perfect because they stayed open till 3, 4 in the morning. So every day after work, I would get more pad thai. And it was so sick. These were the glory days where you could just pay like $1 more to get double the amount of noodles. Oh my God. It was so sick. But Geese, like all things, come to end. What's the phrase, Geese? All good things must come to an end.
There you go. You got it.
Because eventually they stopped allowing you to do extra noodles. They lowered the portion size, raised the prices, started closing at like 10 p.m. instead of 3 a.m. So it just got way more difficult to get. And then sometimes I would go, and sometimes the taste wouldn't be good. Like, I don't know, like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Geese, what is the thing like when you go to a Thai restaurant, you'll see the people sitting at the table and they have that thing. I guess there's soup in it. It's like there's fire and metal. Do you know what I'm talking about? The metal bowl on the table. She's shaking her head no, but I know one of you Clambos know what I'm talking about. Anyway, sometimes I would order the pad thai and it would have the taste of that, like butane. It was gross.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It was gross. So I stopped eating there for a while, but because I had these Uber Eats like credits and promotions, I tried it again and it was actually very, very tasty. I just wanted the pad thai, but I had to hit a certain amount to get the discount. So I also had to pour French fries and chow mein in there, but it was still delicious. I enjoyed it. Had a great time. Oh my God. This Thai place is crazy though, because you ever been to a place, Geese, where it's like if you go there different times of the day, you're going to have a completely different experience depending on
Yeah. Oh,
who's
yeah.
working there. But here's the thing. It wasn't just like, oh, there's a good time to go and a bad time to go. There was pros and cons for both times. So it was so difficult to know when to
Mm.
go. Like the people who worked later in the day were way more cool and would get me everything I needed, but it didn't taste as good. Whereas when I would
Mm.
go earlier in the day, the food would taste better. But the older ladies who worked there were like so mad at me for ever wanting a bag and needing me to pay 15 cents, and it was such a hassle with them. And sometimes you'd call and you couldn't really understand them, and you're trying to say something. It was just a whole ordeal. But anyway, pad thai was delicious.
Hold on.
Geese.
Cleo's scratching the bed again. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Okay, she's just playing with my flip flops, so we're good.
Geese, I know right now in Los Angeles it's sunny outside and the temperature is a sunny, the word I just used, 76 degrees Fahrenheit, or in Celsius, as the Euro Clambos would use, it is 24 degrees. Geese, I'm just curious. Somewhere else on the planet, what is the temperature?
Let me get ready.
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah, okay. Well, she was so ready. I thought it was gonna take way longer for Geese to transfer over the signal to reporter Geese Peep out on the field, but she did it within seconds. That was very impressive. Must have good internet signal wherever she is. No, wait. Before you say it, let me guess. It's got to be somewhere with great internet, like South Korea. You've got to be in Seoul, right?
I'm Geese Peep, and I'm reporting not in South Korea, but in Palermo, Italy, where it is 82 degrees Fahrenheit with 1% precipitation and 70% humidity, partly cloudy. Back to you, Guyera.
Oh, wow. I didn't know Palermo, Italy had internet that good. That's sick. Thank you very much, reporter Geese Peep. Now we come to everyone's favorite segment of the week, Polka News of the Week. And Clambos, let's
Oh,
let's
hold
get
on. You do Poke News of the
oh
Week.
my
Cleo's doing
God.
the bed again.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Here we go. 5 seconds. We're gonna have to pull a double Geese full disclosure. First of all, we haven't gone 45 seconds without her running off to take care of Cleo. So this is the Cleo episode. Honestly, she should just have Cleo with her. Cleo should be talking into the microphone. Okay, here's the Poke News of the week. Now, did I write up Poke News of the week beforehand and have it ready to go this week? No. Did I completely forget about Poke News of the week this week? Yes. So, really, I already kind of touched on Poke News of the week with the Go Fest. It was very sick. There was lots of quests. At the end of it, you caught a Skyform Shaman. It was very fun. Everybody I know got tons of shinies. We're raiding a lot of Ultra Beasts. Hey, everybody, listen. Make sure to download the Dragonite on Pokemon Sword and Shield right now because they're giving away all of Ash's team as giveaways, and Dragonite's only till like September 4th or something like that. So hurry up and get that Dragonite. And also, Geese, the official Pokemon account, just right now, within the last not that long ago, teased out a new Pokemon. I sent it to you, that tweet. Do you see those little pictures? What they teased is there's 4 images of drawn bullseyes on rocks and trees and different colored things. So a lot of people are saying things like, oh my god, is there a Paldean Smeargle in the game? Now, Geese, do I know the answer to that question? Yes. Am I going to tell you? No, it's a big secret. So you have to make your own decision of what Pokemon is making all of these colorful little markings all over the great region of Paldea. Geese, do you have anything to say about the images?
No. I don't know. I don't know what they mean.
Well, nobody does. It's just teasing a new Pokemon.
Do you think it's like a Archer Pokemon?
I know. Here, I'm going to show you what it is, not the Clambos. I guess mainly because it's just audio, so they wouldn't be able to see it either other way. It's going to be something that looks like this. Geese is doing a disgusted face.
That looks like an NFT.
No, Geese, it's not going to look like that. Did you see what type of animal it was?
Yes. That makes sense now. But that makes sense.
So it's going to be that type of animal. And did you see what it was holding?
No.
It was a can of spray paint.
Okay.
So you put 2 and 2 together, we're going to get some sort of interesting Pokemon. Don't say it, Geese, because it's a big spoiler. Ooh, it's going to be tough for her not to spoil it. Look at her face. Ooh, she's thinking about spoiling it.
Well, I was going to say that I wonder if they're going to have some type of new monkey Pokemon, because one of the few, I think there's only one monkey species that lives in Europe, and it lives in Spain, in southern Spain.
Could be. We told you about that website last week where you can look at all the leaked Pokemon. I'm going to tell you this much. I think it's confirmed Mankey and Primeape are in the game. I think that's confirmed. I sure hope that's confirmed. I'm pretty sure Mankey and Primeape are in the game, and they are little monkeys. So who's to say what could happen with them? Who's to say? Okay, Geese, break now or break later?
Yeah, let's do a quick break.
Okay, quick break. Clambos, it's time. I apologize if you watched episodes 34, 35, and 36 in preparation for this. On account of we're just going to do 34 and 35 this week only. Maybe this week and every other week. Who's to say? Well, we're not going to watch 34 and 35 every week over and over again. But maybe it'll be 2 episodes.
Podcast.
Oh my god. It would get so meta. It would delve so incredibly deep into every frame of that show. Geese, what is the title of the episode 34 of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, airing initially in, who's to say, 2016 maybe?
2017. Okay.
Take your word for it.
It's called A Crowning Moment of Truth, or in Japanese, A Fiery Battle. Gara Gara appears.
Gara Gara. Geese, sometimes Japanese names are fun to say.
They are.
Geese! It's a poke problem with Kiawe. The question of the day is, who does Turtonator fight in this episode? Geese?
Marowak.
Alolan Marowak is absolutely correct, Geese, or Gara Gara in Japanese. Geese, there seems to be some sort of event at Wela Volcano today. Some sort of fair, carnival, festival.
It's the Fire Festival.
It's the no, Geese! The fire festival went
Yeah.
terrible. Those sandwiches, those rich people traveled so far and they got nothing. You tell me the fire festival was by Whale of Volcano? This is a terrible advancement. What's the word, Geese? It means a new piece of information.
News?
No. This is a terrible Geese. Come on, you got it. You
I
went to
don't know.
college.
You also went to college. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Bleep that. I'm so sorry.
For acting, I mean, they don't teach you about words. Development. The word I'm looking for is development. When there's bad news, you say, this is a terrible development in the story. Okay. I don't know what's up with Adderall and sleepy Benadryl or whatever the heck you took. What was your allergy medicine?
It was like a Benadryl, yeah.
Okay. Jeez Louise. Okay, so this festival's been going on for 100 years, Geese. At least 100 years. And Litten is adorable in Ash's little arms. Geese, can you explain to me why every single one of the Pokemon today are just in their trainer's arms? Nobody's in the Pokeball. Everybody's in trainer's arms. Is the ground too hot for their little paws?
This is like a reoccurring like thing. Like they'll just be like holding their Pokemon. I don't think it's like unusual for like this episode. I think it's like been happening in like last couple episodes that they're just always being held.
Lily does like holding little Snowy, little Snowball, little Lola Volps, but seems
I
like
would
I'm
too,
seeing a lot.
I bet it'd be cool. Like, you're down in that hot.
That's so smart. We need ice type animals. You just need to carry around a penguin with you all the time and just hold it so you can cool
Penguins
down.
are stinky.
Oh, give it some Pango deodorant. Some Pangy baths. Yeah. All right. Always going on about, hey, guess what, Ash? Litten's going to get stronger here because he's fire type. Our girl Olivia is making this big old speech, and we see somebody hiding in the shadows, Geese. Who could it be? I bet Geese knows. I'll give you a hint. It's not Tapu Koko.
Marowak.
That's exactly correct. Geese, we've got this big giant shrine, and we have this crown made of rock. Or I think it was made from the lava of Whale Volcano. And does it have like gems in it?
Yeah, I was going to ask if this was in the video game, but I guess not.
So here's the thing. It has been a while since I've played Sun and Moon, so I could be forgetting something, but I don't recall this crown. But I will tell you, a lot of the stuff that happens in this episode is directly lifted from the games. And watching it, I recognized it from the games. And I was thinking to myself, Geese must be so confused about this goofy hiker with the blonde hair because he's from the games. In the games, you go up, and so the plot of this episode kind of already spoiled for you if you've played the games because you know what's going to happen between Kiawe and Alolan Marowak. Because in the games, when you go to battle Kiawe as the trial captain, you have to like take photographs with your Rotom decks of these dancing people. And I think you have to count how many dancing people are there, and you're trying to find Marowak or you're trying to find Kiawe. I think you're trying to find Marowak, but that hiker keeps photo bombing all your pictures, much like he does in the show. But no, I do not necessarily remember a crown. God, that could be an item, like a held item. I don't remember it, though. Olivia's making a big speech, like I said, and she puts on the little crown on Growlithe. From what I gather, Geese, you go ahead and tell me if this is your understanding as well. It's tradition that Pokemon walk up to the base of Whale Volcano, and whoever the island queen or the island king of the time is, they put the little crown on little Poke's head, and then it's supposed to power up their latent abilities or something?
They just say like power them up, and Kiawe explains that if they're fire type, it's especially effective.
Yeah, so it's just like in the film Dragon Ball Superhero, when Piccolo asks for a wish from the dragon and says, please give me my latent ability like the Namekians did on planet Namek many years ago when they were going to fight Frieza and Gohan got his little powers boosted. You remember, Geese.
Mm-hmm.
So Rotom says, yeah, the crown is a cluster of rocks. and it's made from the lava of Whale Volcano. Kiawe in Japanese says you'll also become as noble as the volcano. I don't know how you measure nobility, but guess it happens. Litten seems uninterested in this because Ash is stoked to bring him to the crown. Pikachu, I think, seems a little bit excited, even though he's not even a fire type. There's a big line to get crowned by the Whale of Volcano crown. Lily, of course. What does she say, Geese?
She read about it in a book.
That girl's got a lot of books. I mean, I guess she's rich, so she can afford them all. They have libraries in Pokemon? Yeah, they do. They do.
Oh, yeah. We stand a literate queen.
Yes, we do. So Ash goes in the big end of this big old line. Turns out Turtonator got his last year. Kiawe's Turtonator got his crowning. Now then, we get some flashbacks, Geese. Who used to be the Island King?
Kiawe's grandfather.
That's correct. All right, so Flareon gets the crown victory royale, and now finally it's Ash's turn to get the crown on top of his pokes. And Geese, what happens right as the crown is about to be put on tiny baby little Litten?
Marowak comes and snatches it. Much like me, I'm hungry for that crown in Fortnite.
Got him. I'm going to change your name to Marowak, a lowland form. At this point, Rotom says something about its Geese. Does Rotom talk about Marowak's bone?
I think so.
What does he say about Marowak's bone?
I didn't catch it. What?
It's funny that I would write that down and none of us know what it is about. Just Rotom says, he has a bone. Yeah, we can tell Rotom, thanks. Kiawe is very upset. Like, more furious. I guess he really takes this ceremony very seriously because he seems uncharacteristically. Well, I guess he's gotten angry in the past. That was like a big joke.
He's kind of always angry. He's a very passionate young man.
Yeah, fiery. Heart of the cards. Because that was the big thing way back in the episode with Lowland Lucky, when Ash kept fantasizing is the wrong word. Ash kept picturing Kiawe getting mad at him, and they drew the big art with the angry Kiawe. Troublemaker Marowak. And again, I've already predicted what's going to happen between those two. Maybe I won't spoil it for you, Clambos. Olivia is getting a bit overwhelmed too at this point. I mean, is this her first year as Island Queen? Or she's certainly not as experienced as the grandfather.
She's just overwhelmed because they stole the crown, and the crown is like, the crowning ceremony is one of her duties as a kahuna, so.
Yeah, as the Island Queen, as they say it in Japanese version. Kukui tries to calm her down. I think he does a pretty good job of it. And Olivia, that's her name, right?
Yes.
What's wrong written down? Okay. Marowak runs off with the crown, Geese, and then Ash and Kiawe chase after it. I wrote, Rotom is no help. What does that mean?
Rotom says that there's a 50-50 chance that, like, Marowak went one way or the other.
Isn't that way, way later?
Does it twice, so.
I thought that was in there when they're in the cave. Anyway, keep going here. That hiker we brought up earlier, his Magmar is the Magmar fainted or is the Magmar injured?
He keeps yelling at it to be like, Magmar, are you okay? Magmar, get up. So it's unclear.
And there's like 15 hikers. They're all blonde and they're wearing a green beanie, right?
Yes.
Okay. This guy. I guess they're just running past him. He just happens to be in the way when they're chasing Marowak.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not necessarily all that important, Clambos. Just he's there. It's a reference to the games. We cut to Kiawe finding Marowak dancing. Marowak does look sick when he dances because he spins his little bone around like a Hawaiian luau ceremony kind of thing. Those fire dancers. That's what Alola Marowak is based off of. If you ever go to Hawaii, you'll see these dancers and they've got the fire poles and the sticks. They throw them in the air and spin them around. It's very sick. Marowak wants to battle. So Kiawe throws out Turtonator, his boy. And Marowak does a sick ghost flame attack. And then Marowak, let's rewind it a little bit here. Marowak taps his skull head with his giant bone to make the fire on his club. Like with the friction, he creates flames, ghost flames. And he's fire and ghost type, unlike the Cantonian Marowak, which I believe is just ground. There's a clip of this show. I've seen on social media, which I found pretty funny, which is, I guess at some point, we're going to see this Alolan Marowak and a Cantonian Marowak together, and they both get shocked by some sort of electric attack. And the ground type Marowak is very confused as to why the Alolan Marowak is hurt, because, of course, he's a ground type. And he's not affected by electricity. All right, back to the battle. Flamethrower, Dragon Tail. Marowak does a sick bone move. Oh, God, careful. Colorful is what I said, not careful. It's a colorful attack. And he hits Turtonator's head. Now, time for a Z move from Kiawe. It's a dynamic full flame, but oh my God, Marowak just dodges it. And then Marowak does a hard headbutt. It looked like it really hurt, and it clearly did because Turtonator is knocked out. At that point, Ash shows up, and Marowak runs away. Geese, we now cut back to the Pokemon Center / resort ranch, whatever, where all the kids live in their little bunk beds. They're discussing the events today, Geese. They failed. Kiawe's moping on the stairs. Luckily, Turtonator has recovered. They went to the Pokemon Center, so they healed him up. And it's kind of sad because Kiawe, he's beating himself up for the loss, and he's apologizing to Turtonator for not doing a good job as a trainer, not telling him the correct things to do in battle.
Yeah, he says that he shouldn't have been content and that he should have been desiring to get stronger with Turtonator.
He should have been content? He should have wanted Turtonator to get stronger, is what you're saying?
Should not have been contempt with just...
Content is what you're saying, right? Not contempt?
Yes. Yes, sorry. Content.
Okay. All right. In Japanese, I don't know if he says this in English. In Japanese, he says he was not watching / he doesn't say the word slash, but he says he was not watching or understanding his opponent.
Oh, yeah. He says that Grandpa told me battling is observing and learning from the battles, basically.
That's very true. I don't know if any of you Clambos ever play any fighting games, but that is a crucial key to success, is analyzing what your opponent is doing and then reacting to it. So adaptation, very important. Good lesson. It's kind of a sad story about his grandpa. Kiawe just wants to grow up and be just like his grandpa. And he's just not good enough, he says, and he's got to do better. But Geese.
Yes?
He doesn't think he can do it. But who's there to encourage him?
Ash. I'm sorry, I was reading my notes. Ash is... I don't know if it's Ash that says this or Kiawe, but it says, "Let's dream big together."
I don't think they say that in Japanese. But yes, that's correct. Ash pumps him up. Let's do it. Training time. Let's battle right now. We're gonna get this Alolan Marowak for sure. Now here's the thing. Litten, what's he doing, Geese? That's right, he's snoozing. He's taking a nap. So we're gonna do Pikachu versus Turk. Pikachu, use a quick attack. Avoid that shell trap. Iron Tail, Electro Ball, Flamethrower, Iron Tail. You gotta outspeed Turtonator. Thunderbolt. Oh God, Turtonator's in trouble. Wait a minute. Kiawe, why didn't you do this from the very beginning? Just tell Turtonator to show me the Wayla volcano inside of you. And then Turtonator starts to glow. So we get what do you call it? We get 4 words. We get what is important
Preview?
In narratives. What?
A preview of what's to come?
Correct. This is important in narrative. It makes people keep watching things, is they want to know what happens next because they're thinking, oh, what's going on with this glowing? So when they cut to the next scene, which I believe is the next day. Yeah, cut to the next day. You're thinking, oh my God, what happened with Turtonator? It's good writing. So we're back in the Pokemon Center, and the hikers are still crying over an injured Magmar. Geese, did they explain what's going on with this Magmar? Who is he fighting?
I just assumed that Marowak came by and
he's punching poor Magmar.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy. Okay, so the hikers are running off crying. They're all identical, just like Nurse Joy or whatever. And Kukui and Olivia are discussing the crown, the Wayla Volcano crown. Mallow, the kids are there clearly because I'm talking about them. Mallow is wondering why on earth did that Alolan Marowak steal the crown? Olivia says he must have had a reason. And she says she's got to go after him. It's her duty as the island queen. But wait, Geese, what happens in the most dramatic anime scene I've ever seen, which I can only imagine was ruined in English by bad music, but in Japanese, it's like it's out of a completely different show. Just a show that takes itself so seriously. What happens?
Kiawe comes in, opens the door. What?
I was hoping you were just going to say, Kiawe.
Oh. Kiawe comes in and he's like, Olivia, wait. Let me have another try to get this Marowak. And Olivia's like, are you sure you can do it? Yes. Great.
I was laughing because in Japanese, it seems like she's really relieved that Kiawe's going to do it. She's like, oh, thank goodness. Now we cut to Marowak. He's outside and he's staring directly into the sun. So maybe that's not a good idea, Marowak, but he's looking at the sun through the crown. And then everyone shows up. And Geese, Marowak puts the crown on his head. And he does a sick run towards Turtonator. He looks so cool. He's spinning his giant bone dragon tail. Oh God, more headbutts for Marowak. And the kids are talking about what's going on. But Ash is confident that Turtonator's going to win on account of he trained with him last night. Oh my God, Geese. They're battling so hard by this volcano that they're creating these draft hot wind. It looks like it'd be terrible to be in. It looks like they're by Geese, it looks like they're by a volcano. I'll be honest.
And they are.
They are. All the kids getting hit by this hot wind from the hot battle. And Marowak sneaks up behind Turtonator. Oh my goodness. Oh, but what about my shell trap explosion? Oh God. Turtonator, you shell smash. Oh my God, what does Rotom say, Geese, that shell smash does?
I have no idea. When they do battling stuff, I just like check out because I don't know what they're doing. And I just rely on you, the Pokemon Master, to know what's going on.
All right, so Rotom tells the kids, shell smash. Oh my goodness, I remember this from the games. It was a big deal. It was like Turtonator's signature move in the video games. So here's what happens. When he uses shell smash, it's like he breaks his shell and he becomes way more vulnerable to attacks. But Geese, his speed and his attack power dramatically increases, which is very important because Alolan Marowak outsped him last time. So now that he used Shell Smash, maybe who's to say who could maybe win perhaps this time, who knows? Mallow says, oh my goodness, that's a risky move, but he's so fast. And then Marowak does another headbutt, and there's a Dragon Tail, and the animation's so sick. And Geese isn't paying attention because she doesn't like the fighting, I guess, but it's still sick. And then Kiawe says, full-bodied, full-spirited, full-powered, dynamic, full flame. And I don't think literally, but in the show, Kiawe is on fire. And then Marowak is demolished. Fantastic work, Turtonator. Marowak gives back the crown. He seems to be a very reasonable Pokemon now. Turns out he just wanted it to get stronger. And Marowak...
Yeah, Kiawe says that Marowak's heart is filled with the same fire as him.
Yes. And then what happens, Geese, because of that?
Marowak is like, you catch me.
Perfect English, as usual. Yeah, Marowak points at Kiawe, and he wants Kiawe to be his trainer. Kiawe throws the Pokeball. Getto, they say in Japanese, of course. And then, like they always do, he throws the Pokeball back out so Marowak can come back out. And Marowak scratches his bone against his head, starts a fire. Oh my goodness, Geese. I am trying so hard to read the word that I wrote down. Oh man, what is this word? Starts the fire, blounces. Blounces? Bainces. Namesis. Nomsis. This one's...
Dances?
This... Yes, Geese, it is dances. Thank you. Perfect. So he starts the fire, he dances, and then he headbutts Turtonator. And in Alolan Marowak speak, he says, I'll win next time. Because, Geese, here's the thing about Marowak. He hates losing. He headbutts Turtonator again, but what happens, Geese?
Does Turtonator headbutt him back?
No. So Turtonator has a giant hole in his chest, and Alolan Marowak goes to headbutt him, but gets stuck in his chest hole.
Oh, right. Yes. That was cute. And then we cut to the crowning ceremony again, right?
Yep, we see the crown back in Olivia's hands, and now Pikachu and Litten both get the crown on them because they were next in line, so I guess they got a fast pass to the front. But Geese, Pikachu, and Litten, they're way too tiny for the crown.
Small.
They're babies.
They just goes around them.
Because really, it's a crown, Geese. It's supposed to be on top of your head. But these little baby infants, they just put them, like they wear them as belts, if anything. And then Geese, even though he caused trouble, even though he was the entire antagonist of this episode, like any good anime, they say, Marowak, you can get crowned too. And then Rotom takes a picture of everyone. And of course, the hiker from before with the injured Magmar photobombs every single picture, like he always does. Did I say Rotom photos everyone?
Yeah.
Sick. So what happens in English, Geese, with the end of the episode is the hiker talking over an image of the volcano with his face as like Mufasa in the sky?
I don't think there's any like talking, but there's that visual.
Okay, so in Japanese, he says, "See you," in English. I know that's can be confusing when I say that. In the Japanese...
I think we understand you, Guyera.
Well, maybe. Just to make it clear, maybe you didn't watch the last time this happened on DJ Doug Leo, where they spoke English the entire episode in the Japanese version. If you watch the Japanese version, where they speak Japanese, the hiker speaks English in the Japanese. Geese, did you watch the stingers for these 2 episodes?
Yes.
Geese, can you please tell the Clambos what happened in the stinger?
Yes. So Marowak. So the narrator's explaining that Marowak hates losing, and we cut to, I guess they're in the Pokemon Center resort hotel thing.
I thought they were in Kiawe's house.
Oh, maybe they are. I couldn't tell.
Because he's making his food that he normally makes.
Yes, he's in a building, and Marowak does the bone fire thing and goes to whack Turtonator, but Kiawe stops it with a pan, and he's like, "Stop fighting, you two."
Almost. So God, I love how unimportant all this is. But Turtonator is the one holding the pan.
Oh, okay.
He always got a bunch of food in his hands. This is a much easier scene to watch than it is to explain because so much happens so quick. But Turtonator just wants to start a battle in the middle of them preparing food, and I think maybe some food falls on the floor, and it's all Marowak's fault, and he needs to calm down because the food almost drops. And Turtonator has to block being hit by the bone with the pan. And yes, Kiawe yells, "Cut it out already." But in bad news, Geese, I am starving to death. I am so hungry.
You didn't eat before this?
I never eat before this. I always eat after.
You didn't eat your pre-recording meatball sub?
No, I ate my pre-recording apples, but that just makes you... Listen. If I had not eaten the apples, I would probably be far less hungry. Because if you give my body a little bit of food, it starts to think, "Oh, sick. It's food time. Let's eat a bunch of food." So when you just tease it, it goes, "Guys,
what's going on?
Is this the end? Is it over? I better send all these signals that say, ah." Geese, it's time for the final episode of the day somehow. I bet you're thrilled.
I am.
Geese.
I'm going to take a nap after this.
Geese is never happier than knowing she doesn't have to record anymore.
My body just has a reaction to recording where I just start feeling sick the closer we get to recording.
Oh, geese. Just torture. Oh, my God. All right. Well,
but I do it for you, Clambos. I do it for the Clambos.
Do it for the Clambos. Don't you ever forget it. All right, Geese. What is the name of episode 35?
Currying favor and flavor. And in Japanese, curry efficient battle. The Lalantis dance.
Okay. Okay. Credit where credit's due. You got to hand it to the English title.
You
Is
gotta
that a
hand it to
good
them.
title? Yes. Do I like it? Did the Japanese title mess up Geese? Yeah, but hey, Lurantis in both languages is the same, basically, because as you Clambos know, L and R, there's no distinction in Japanese, so they use them interchangeably. Most of the time with an R because the la is not a sound. Geese, it's a poke problem with Mallow, and oh my god, the voice actor for Mallow is clearly such an incredible, astounding actor because when she pops up on the screen, she does the most realistic giggle I've ever heard in my life. It doesn't sound like acting at all. It just sounds like a woman giggling. I can't. Mallow asks, which totem is in this episode? Geese, what is the answer?
Lurantis?
The confidence.
I
Oh,
got
man.
confused with the name again.
There's Fomantis who evolves into Lurantis.
Lurantis. So it is Lurantis. Okay.
No, well, now we're saying it so much you're making me second guess. Yes, Lurantis. Come on now. Come on. Geese, come on. Get together. What does that mean?
It's like whatever.
Whatever. Geese is giving me a hand down. What would you call this? You take your hand and you...
It's like a shush.
A shish. A shwoosh. Geese, we open in a very strange scenario of Ash versus Olivia for a big grand trial. That's interesting already with no buildup. I'm curious. Go Litton! Wait a minute. Geese, what's going on? How come is Litton sleeping? Why isn't the ball opening? Well, how about we try Rowlet instead? Geese, nothing's coming out of the Pokeball. Pikachu's
Nothing's
confused.
coming out.
What happens, Geese, to the Pokeball?
Ash is looking at the Pokeball being like, what's going on? And then it suddenly grows into Voltorb, right?
That's correct.
And then Ash screams in real life because it was a nightmare.
The whole time. Clambos, I bet you had no idea, but it was a nightmare the whole time after Voltorb shocks him awake. Because he's in a bunk bed and all the other boys are sleeping too. So he wakes up everybody. And Sophocles looks so funny getting woken up from this. He's so annoyed. Because Ash is on the bottom bunk, so I think he bangs his head on the top bunk, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Where Sophocles is sleeping. Oh, Geese, then guess what Pikachu does to comfort Ash, and it's the cutest thing on the planet.
Like snuggles up?
No, he gives him little Pika kisses. He licks his little face.
Oh, right.
It's cute. And Ash says, today is the grand trial day. All the kids meet up in the lobby of the Pokemon Center they're staying at. Marowak, of course, is fighting with Turtonator because that's all he ever does. And he gets stuck in his chest hole again. That's his new thing. We have Team Rocket being whisked off by Beware. We now have Marowak shoving himself into Turtonator's chest hole. Kiawe sees they're causing way too much trouble in a public place and just puts them in their Pokeballs because they can't get along. Well, I should say Marowak can't get along. I think Turtonator's pretty well behaved. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that problem? Maybe not if you were the younger sibling, but have you ever been in a situation as a kid where you're not doing anything wrong, but the other kids are causing trouble and then everybody gets in trouble? It's like, you kids, stop. Like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, that's me and my sister Margaret, my older sister Margaret. She'd always do that and get us both in trouble.
You trying to tell me you were the good kid?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Well, my sister Margaret and I, we're only a year apart, so like we're basically like raised like twins, treated like the same level. So
all right. I'll slightly believe it now. Ash tells everybody in the Pokemon Center he's ready to learn a new Z move. Get me a new Z crystal. Let's do it. And Olivia says, okay. And Ash says, really? And Olivia says, just kidding. It's too soon. And Ash is very disappointed. We got to do a trial first before your great big old battle. And then they really want to get across this Olivia is clumsy idea. Because, Geese, what happens to Olivia when she approaches the saloon doors of the Pokemon
there's
Center?
Saloon doors in this building for some reason. She goes to open them and they smack her back and she falls on her butt.
Yes, there, and everybody reacts. And I'm sure there's something we're missing. Clambos, please write in looklistencast@gmail.com and explain what exactly is this? Is this tsundere? Is this a different anime trope? You're going to have to let us know. Geese, what is the challenge for today that the kids are going to go do? That I just realized they don't ever go to the other kids, do they? Well, I guess
Nope.
maybe at the end. Don't they all make it? I'm getting ahead of myself. Geese, what's the challenge for today?
They're going to go in 3 groups of 2 to find the ingredients necessary for a kala curry.
That is correct. Ash says, I'm good at cooking. Rotom says, no, you're not. It seems like most of the kids are scared of cooking. We know that Mallow, clearly, she's from a family of cooks. She's good. Kiawe, he cooks food at home. Mallow knows the ingredients of a kala curry, and she knows that these ingredients are going to be hard to get. What's that noise?
Oh, Aaron's back with the Red Bull.
Go get your Red Bull, Geese.
Oh, Aaron bought Red Bull and a cucumber. What's the cucumber for, Aaron?
I fell out of my shopping bag in the parking lot, and I found it wrapped in plastic, so it's A-okay.
Sick. Unexpected cucumber. Olivia, gives them, are they supposed to be, Pokemon cards?
No, they're just recipe cards showing what the kids need to collect. Geese is correct. There are 3 teams they're split into. Team 1 is Kiawe and Lily. Team 2 is Sophocles and Lana. And Team 3 is Ash and Mallow. And as mentioned earlier, we're really only going to be following Ash and Mallow this episode, which is unique. Now, one of the recipe cards they have looks exactly like a slowpoke tail, and I thought for sure they needed to pick up a slowpoke tail, but it's not. It's actually something called a mago fruit. Is it called something differently in English? Because I got mago fruit, revival herb, and miracle seed.
Nope, it's the same in English.
Mallow says, oh my goodness gracious, that miracle seed is going to be difficult to find. It'd be a miracle if you found one. Am I right?
Got him.
This actually looks like a lot of fun. It makes me want to do a scavenger hunt because all the kids get these cool little maps on where they can find their little ingredients. All
you
the
ever
kids
gone
run up.
Geocaching?
I've never gone geocaching. Wait, did you ask if I've heard of it or have I done?
Have you done it?
No, I have never.
It's pretty
geocached.
fun.
But one thing I have done is first I used to do this in school in the theater rooms, then expanded from there into giant campuses where I would do a scavenger hunt where I'd get a prize and I'd hide it somewhere. Okay, so then what I would do is I would write a clue on where that prize was and put that clue somewhere, and then write a new clue writing where that clue is. So you go backwards. So you hide one thing and then you do 10 clues. So you get people to walk all around, all over the place, and they have to solve the little riddles and the little clues, and they finally get the prize. And it's lots of fun.
That's basically what geocaching is.
Yeah, well, I've been doing it forever. Way before anybody was caching any geos. I love making scavenger hunts. All the kids run off, but Olivia calls Mallow to the side for a second, off to the side. She's going to tell her something. But do we find out what that thing is, Geese?
No.
I was really hoping Geese was just going to keep shaking her head no. But again, this is more of that forwards. We're thinking, as we cut to the next scene, we're thinking, oh, well, I wonder what was told to Mallow. We don't know. But maybe we're going to keep watching to find out. And Geese, when they're by the hill and looking at that map, it reminded me of us playing Fortnite and me trying to do quests. Going different places. Oh, ping that hill. Because that's when they're looking. It was funny. Maybe want to play dumb Fortnite. Okay, Geese. What Pokemon, or is it a Pokemon? The answer is yes, it is a Pokemon. But what do we see surrounding Mallow and Ash as they're approaching that tree with the Mago fruit?
Fomantis.
Yes, Geese.
Sorry, I look
Why
at
do
my
you
notes.
close one eye?
I was because my laptop is a little far away, and I have to close an eye to see it.
That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. God, I need to stop hitting this thing. I keep hitting that thing. Ah!
So
I must
you're
have
getting
a
your
weird
Fortnite eyes. I was just gonna say, so you're getting your Fortnite eyes checked tomorrow at the eye doctor?
Yes, because here's the thing. Wait, did I already tell this tale about my eyes?
While you tell this tale, I'm gonna look for the cat. We still have not found her. You tell this tale.
It's been hours. I don't know. I may have already told this tale. Please, Clambos, write in if I've told this tale. Tell tales. But So my contact lenses, one eye is clearly not as strong as the other. But the last time I got my eyes checked, between me and the eye doctor, we decided, okay, let's just keep the same prescription because they're close enough. But it's been so many years. Now I really need to get a new prescription, and I'm definitely need a different prescription for my left eye at the very least, because I'm so sick of, if I close my right eye, just everything's blurry. And that's not acceptable. You can't do that.
Cleo is still at large.
You literally can't find the cat?
We literally can't find the cat.
So the cat has gone the cat has gone missing.
We've looked everywhere. She's a black cat, so like maybe she's somewhere where like I don't know.
Do you have a bag of treats you can shake to get the kitty?
She doesn't really respond to that.
Really?
She'll come out eventually.
But we're sure
is she in her litter box? No.
But we're sure the cat is inside the house.
Yes. Bye, Aaron. Have fun at work.
Bye, Aaron. Where the heck were we in this episode?
Fomantis.
Okay, so Ash and Mallow are surrounded by these little napping Fomantis. They're little cutie pies. And at first, I think it's Mallow. She just thinks they're flowers because they do look sort of like little cabbages sitting in the grass. But no, they're just sleeping. Pokemon.
As cabbages do.
Yeah, they do. Don't wake them up, Geese, or they're going to attack. Oh my god, Geese, Ash sees the Mago fruit. So what does he do out of excitement?
Yells.
Oh my god, Geese, why would you yell around a bunch of snoozing Fomantis? They all wake up, they get upset, they all use leafage on the kids, they run away. And Geese, I feel like I missed something in Japanese. Can you tell me, does Ash get upset at Rotom at this point for not telling him about the Fomantis? Like, you could have told me. Didn't Rotom warn him, though? Or did Rotom just say nothing about the Fomantis?
I don't think Rotom mentioned that they were sleeping.
And that there could be trouble. Okay, so yeah, Ash is upset at Rotom. Ash's new idea after they run away from the Fomantis is, I'm going to pull Rowlet out of this bag, and Rowlet can fly to the fruit and grab it because Rowlet is known for being able to fly very quietly. Rowlet is, of course, Geese. Doing what in the bag?
Snoozing
like always. I need to turn off notifications for my computer. I thought I did. I thought I turned off all those settings, but evidently not. So just an article pops up and says, read this. So I just start reading this article. I need to turn that off. Okay, so Rowlet's snoozing like his little sleepy boy. He wakes up, and Geese, I've already told Geese, so she knows how I feel about this. I'm telling you, Clambos, now. It's too late for this to be a surprise reveal because by the time you hear this, you will have already seen it. Rowlet's little sleepy face is probably the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And I think we're still going to post all the good faces on the social medias, but I think for the YouTube thumbnail, it just needs to be his sleepy little face. He's like got this little smile, his eyes half closed. It's such a beautiful image. I love him so much.
Sleepy little baby.
Little baby. Before Rowlet can even do anything, he falls back asleep after being woken up by Ash. Geese, my prediction, this little guy is too sleepy to fly. But he makes it up there somehow, fighting off the drowsiness. He starts walking to the tree, Geese, and then what happens?
Falls asleep?
Yes.
I was confused because I thought you already talked about that.
He falls asleep twice. This is the second fall asleep. Okay, so Rowlet's a lost cause. Pikachu, you're just going to have to sneak up there. Luckily, Pikachu's good at that, too. So Pika does those little sneaky tiptoes. Ash is right behind him, also on tiptoes. Rotom just flies. Again, Rotom, now I'm starting to feel like Ash, and I'm on his side. Rotom, why didn't you just offer to fly up there and grab the fruit? You got little Dex hands. You can do it. Oh my God, Geese. Ash just has to step on a branch. They all get real scared, but thank goodness the Fomantis are still sleeping. Oh my God, Geese. But then who pops up?
A Parasect?
Yeah, a Parasect pops up out of nowhere. Uses some sort of powder move. Maybe it's Stun Spore. Who's to say? Now, Geese, are they going to sneeze? Or is this like a laughing powder? I can't tell.
I think sneeze.
Right. Here's the thing, Clambos, big PSA right now. If you have to sneeze, I don't care where you are, have some tissue in your pocket or something and sneeze into that. Do not hold in a sneeze. You could die from holding in a sneeze. Big trouble. You got to let the sneeze out. So after Parasect does this powder, Ash, Pikachu, Mallow, and Steenie, they're all holding their noses and mouths. Looks like they're going to sneeze. I asked earlier because later they laugh after they can. I don't understand. Yeah, does it look like they're going to vomit? I can't tell. Ash trips over a piece of wood or something, and he does 15 little spinning, what are they called? Somersaults. He spins in the air for an exceedingly long amount of time, a comical amount of cartoon time. No human being could actually spin in the air that long. And he falls on his face, I think. Or no, he falls on the top of his head. And everybody starts to laugh. And that's what made me think, are they just holding in laughter and not sneezes? Because nobody sneezed after that. It's difficult to tell. After the laughs happen, Geese, the Fomantis, are furious. So Ash quickly grabs the Mago fruit and tells Mallow to run away. Rowlet, use leafage on all these Fomantis using leafage. But there's too many. We gotta run away. And then we see a silhouette in darkness watching from behind a rock, Geese. I wonder who it could be.
This is when I realized that, Olivia's watching because this is Ash's pre-trial. And Guyera is choking on water because he's mad at me for spoiling the episode.
No, that's not it at all. It's the phrase pre-trial. Like it's a court case, which is making me laugh. So they're doing jury selection. Yeah, the show is trying to be cute about it by saying, oh my God, who could it be behind the rock? But just use common sense and you'll realize it's Olivia. We cut to the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. They somehow made it there for the revival herb. It's growing between rocks. Pikachu sniffs them out, and that's it. Geese, I'm pretty sure this is the shortest scene we've ever had in this series. Just, yep, this is what we need. Yep, there it is. Very quick and to the point. And now it's time for the Miracle Seed. Remember, Mallow said this one's very difficult to find. So they're exploring some cave, and it splits off two ways. And this is what Geese was talking about 45 minutes ago, where Rotom says, well, we got a 50% chance of you choosing the correct direction. So that's very unhelpful math, Rotom. But Ash and Mallow just keep choosing random paths, and Ash does this very, very confidently. Yeah, it's Mallow who says, man, Ash, you sure are confident. And Ash says, I just hate standing still. Does he say that in English?
Yes.
Thank you. And then what happens? What happens to Ash, Geese?
Falls in like this little pit or this like shallow little hole.
Yes. And who does it belong to?
A Diglett. They're in a Diglett nest.
That's correct. It's an Alolan Diglett, and the Alolan Diglett starts to attack. And oh my God, there's several of them. Rotom says there's 100 Diglett, which is absolutely terrifying. I would run away so fast. So they run away, and then they manage to see one of Diglett's hairs on the ground. Remember, in Alola, Diglett has little blonde hair that's made of... This is based off of real stuff called Pele's hair. It's volcanic glass formation produced from cooled lava stretched into thin strands. That's what it's based off of.
Sick.
It's named after Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes. I feel like we would have mentioned this in the Diglett-centric episode. Anyway, Ash finds a strand of that and throws out our boy Rockruff to sniff the hair. And then actually Ash comes up with a clever idea. I don't think Ash normally thinks of ideas this clever. But basically he thinks, okay, we've got to make our way to the Miracle Seeds, and we don't want to get attacked by Digletts. So here's the plan. Rockruff, you sniff out this hair and tell me where the Diglett are, and then I'll go the opposite direction. And it is a good idea, and it leads to them finding a, what would you call this area, Geese? Like a
magical glen.
Ooh, glen is a good word. I think I wrote grove. It's a Glen Grove, Glengarry, Glen Ross. They get through the cave, and it's just got stumps and trees and flowers and fruit everywhere, and it's beautiful. And what's funny is you can see the sunlight through the canopy above, and just like all the Uncharted games, I always think to myself, oh, you went through all this trouble. Where if you just knew where this was, you could have just like climbed into it. Like maybe it'd be a little bit difficult, but not as difficult as solving all your puzzles and fighting monsters. So we see Lurantis, the totem Lurantis, spoilers, hiding in one of the trees. But there's so much fruit in this stump, Geese. And oh my goodness gracious, the miracle seed as well. Geese, what does Pikachu do?
Eats a berry very cutely. It's adorable.
It was so cute. I had to immediately make a gif of Pikachu munching on this food because if I don't, Geese, who will? It's time to celebrate. We got all 3 of the items. We did it. Oh my goodness gracious. Nothing could possibly go wrong. We've accomplished our goal. Geese, what happens next? I can only imagine the episode ends and everybody smiles.
Lurantis comes down and is like, scraw.
Yes. In the episode, it was way more dramatic and scary than that. Not just scraw. But it's terrifying. Lurantis jumps down out of the giant tree and terrifies everybody. Steenie thinks she's going to die. Steenie is so scared. She's in Mallow's arms just crying. And Rotom tells Ash all about this totem Lurantis. It's twice as big as normal. It's got energy attacks. It's got petal blizzards. Oh my God, Geese, it's time for a battle. Go, Litten, use Ember, which is a smart idea. Oh my God, here comes the Solar Blade. The Lurantis is charging up energy, Geese. Oh goodness, it's like Solar Beam where it needs to take some time to grab light from the sun, but then it's going to be super powerful. Litten, use Fire Fang before it finishes charging. And Lurantis just knocks Litten out of the way. And then comes down the giant Solar Blade. Dodge it, Litten. And then, Geese, I don't know if it does this in English, but in Japanese, the Lurantis just starts to sing opera. Does the Lurantis sing opera? Oh, that's too bad. Geese says no.
That is too bad.
And then by singing opera, it summons an ally Pokemon, which is from the video games. And I thought this was neat because you get this in the games with the totems where they would summon ally Pokemon. And also you get this just in normal battles where you would have like a horde of Pokemon, like you'd be battling 5 Pokemon at once, and they can call in extra bonus Pokemon. And those Pokemon can be really rare Pokemon and a higher chance of being shiny, which is sick. Geese, who does Lurantis call in?
Cast form.
Yes. Now, some people like to be immature and make fun of Cast Form's appearance. We will not be doing that on this podcast. But Cast Form is a very interesting Generation 3 Pokemon, which can change its form based on the weather or whenever it wants, because it clearly changes forms here, and there's not really a change in the weather. It like uses a move to change its form. It uses Sunny Day, Geese, changes into its Sunny Day form. And what happens, Geese, when Sunny Day is used?
The sun gets stronger and Lurantis gets stronger.
That's exactly correct. And more importantly, when Sunny Day is in effect, moves like Solar Beam no longer require an extra turn to charge up, so they can use it right away. Also in the games, if Sunny Day is used, fire type attacks are more powerful, and I believe water type attacks are less powerful. Not 100% positive on that second, but I'm 100% positive on the first. Fire attacks are also more powerful. So he actually does charge up Litten a little bit with this too. So Cast Form goes from being just a generic little gray ball, and then it turns into what looks like a little sun. It actually looks pretty cute. I think one of the kids asks if Cast Form evolves, right?
Yeah.
But then Rotom explains, no, it's just a form change. Cast Form uses Water Gun on Litten. Oh my goodness gracious. Because it still knows its moves from its other forms. Litten is weak to water type attacks. Geese took a very good screenshot of this attack because it does look funny. But I feel bad for Litten. Ash says, wait a minute, 2 Pokemon? Well, I'll use 2 Pokemon too. Go, Rowlet. Oh my God, he's snoozing. Wake up, Rowlet. And he got a good face. Peck, Ember. Oh my God, he's using Synthesis. That means he's gonna heal Geese with all that fire, or with all the Sunny Day. He can use that to just heal himself. Oh no, Geese, at this point I knew they gotta take out Cast Form first, because if they don't take out Cast Form first, this Lurantis is just gonna keep healing itself. This made me laugh. Mallow's like, oh man, Ash, you're gonna lose at this rate.
Yeah.
And then Rowlet does this real sick move. It reminds me of like power-up attacks in RPGs where Rowlet picks up Litten with his little little talons, and they both go to attack. They got to take out cast form Geese, so they're going to use Peck. They're going to use Scratch. Oh my God, Geese. Litten's low on HP. You got to dodge that water gun. Oh my God. But then Geese, what does Rowlet do? What does brave little Rowlet do?
Shields Litten.
That's exactly correct. The water gun's gonna hit Litten in the face, but instead Rowlet jumps in front of him and he takes the brunt of the water gun, which is very smart because water attacks aren't that strong against grass types anyway. But still very sweet of Rowlet. He's a shield. He protects him. I think it's Ash who says to Rowlet in Japanese, "You're so cool." Now, no more fun and games. No more playing around. It's time for a Z move. Litten, use Ultra Dash Attack. Oh, okay. I think some point I forgot that they did knock out Cast Form, so keep in mind, Cast Form's now knocked out. Ultra Dash Attack. And Geese, Litten runs into Lurantis Totem, and Geese, there's the biggest explosion you've ever seen. And you see it from the top of the forest. You see this big giant explosion from the top of the forest. And we did it. Lurantis, the totem Pokemon, has been knocked out. All the pokes are jumping on Ash in excitement. And then, Geese, I love how sweet everybody is. What happens next? What is Steenie doing and everybody to the little knocked out pokes?
Well, Mallow says that good thing they picked extra revival herbs, even though they didn't need them for the recipe. And so Steenie and Mallow is feeding Lurantis and the cast form the revival herbs.
Yes, revival herbs are like revive. So if you're knocked out, you can just feed them a revival herb and they'll come back. Only downside is they taste kind of bad. So cast form does a little face like, ugh, but he still comes back from being knocked out, so it works out in the end. But it's just so nice to see everybody being kind and nice, even though they had a big old battle. They're still making sure they're safe and taken care of. And then Lurantis gives Ash a Geese?
Grassium Z.
That's correct. Or in Japanese, a grass crystal. And then, oh my God, who reveals herself from the bushes, Geese?
It's Olivia.
And what does she do, Geese?
She gives everyone kisses.
She does. She gives big giant hugs, kisses all around, all the pokes, Ash. She's so happy Ash completed his trial. He did a great job battling, great job finding, great job taking care of everybody. She's so happy. And turns out, Geese, Mallow knew this was the plan the whole time. That is what Olivia took her away to tell her. Oh my goodness gracious. And Mallow promised not to get involved for the big battle. In the games, Mallow is the trial captain, so you do the same thing, finding ingredients to make food and battling the Lurantis. So it's so interesting how the anime adapts that. These people who are established in the games to be already professional trial captains are learning how to do this in the show. Very interesting. And Geese, now that Ash has completed this task, what does that mean he can do?
Do the grand trial against Olivia.
That's correct. So Rotom photographs everyone for the big occasion, and we cut back to the Pokemon Center. And Geese, let's make some curry with all of our delicious ingredients.
Yum, yum, yum.
It's so tasty. And maybe there's some naan on the table too. Looks like some tasty bread. I don't know what it is. And the pokes are all eating their little Pokemon kibble, but they got curry poured on top. Looks delicious. Oh no, though. Geese, Snowy doesn't like spicy food. Maybe we'll come back to that later. Oh my God, Geese. Charjabug is the most adorable Pokemon I've ever seen. He's just a scooch in his little bowl next to the other pokes. Oishi des. Everybody loves the curry. And Olivia tells Ash, all right, Ash, you may have won that battle, but I'm not going to hold back at all when we battle. And Ash says, I wouldn't have it any other way. And that's the end of the episode, Geese. What happens in the stinger?
Well, before that, I just wanted to comment. Lurantis is modeled after an orchid mantis, right?
Let me look up orchid mantis. I can tell you real quick. Orchid mantis. Are orchid mantises something that is in Hawaii? Oh, 100% yes, Geese. Yeah, there's no way that's not based off of that. That looks like a Lurantis.
Okay, the stinger. So the stinger opens up with Mallow, giving a recap of the battle against Lurantis. And then we cut to Mallow cooking up a curry and preparing it for Snowy and explaining that she made it sweeter for Snowy because Snowy doesn't like spicy curries, and Lily is very thankful.
I think she put some honey in the curry.
Yeah,
Lily does.
to sweeten it up.
Lily does a real cute face when she sees Snowy eating the tasty sweet curry. It's very cute. The Akala sweet curry. Geese, we did it. That's 2 whole episodes. We're done with episodes.
Sick.
You did it. Good work. Luckily, you got your Red Bull right before the episode finishes. Very sick.
Instant. I feel it instantly.
Instant. Oh my God. If I have strong coffee, I can feel it instantly. If the coffee is not super strong, then not as much. Okay. She'll be here for another 2 hours, and then she's flying out.
Gotta catch my plane.
See ya, Clambos. Oh my God, Geese. I'm gonna eat some food. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my God. I get my walking in. I'm gonna put on some podcasts on my new earbuds. Because Geese, I think I mentioned it before, but these gosh darn earbuds I'm wearing right now, I would always walk into something and they'd rip out of my ears, and the inconvenience, it was driving me so nuts and I couldn't take it any longer. So I bought some new wireless earbuds, and they got great noise canceling, and it's wonderful and exciting. But Geese, looking at my bank account today and realizing I haven't paid rent yet, there are downsides to every decision you make, is all I gotta say.
Gotta use that money for Fortnite.
Oh, God. Fortnite gamers. Luckily, I'm going to eat today. I'm going to use some coupons, going to eat some tasty foods, going to catch a bunch of Pokemon, going for a walk. What's the temperature like, Reporter Geese people? I already said what it was. Please be under 80. Please be under 80. Oh, no, I'm still in Celsius. 80. Ah, it's 80. That's close to under 80. Whatever.
That's too hot, Guyera.
I'm well aware, Geese. I'm out here walking these streets dying every day. I'm just going to bring... Geese, I'm just going to bring my water with me. I was going to show you my Coco Ichibanya tumbler, but it's in the other room, unfortunately. But I'm going to fill it up with cold water, and it's going to be good because that tumbler, it keeps the temperature, so the water is going to be cold for the whole walk. But I'll tell you the downside, because it retains the temperature, if I have like room temperature liquid in it and I want it to be cold, if I then put the tumbler in the fridge, it's not really going to work. It's just going to cool the outside, not the inside. So that is an issue. I have to use a different like plastic Starbo cup, throw something in the freezer, get it real cold, then pour it in the tumbler. Then we're good to go. Very sick. Do you have fun, exciting dinner plans today?
I have no idea.
It's my favorite thing to hear.
I think Aaron might make something with lentils or maybe a pasta salad. I don't know.
Lentils. Are you going to be busy all day, or are you going to Fortnite later?
I can Fortnite later. I have a meeting in an hour. But after that, I can Fortnite.
Gotcha. Because here's the thing with Fortnite. The max number of people you can have is 4. So I'm always feeling bad because when I want to play, somebody's got to leave for a while. But I also do make myself feel better by saying, well, everybody else gets to play every day I'm at work. So let me just have my days off where I can play just a little bit of Fortnite with the gamers. Can I have one thing in life, please? Can I just play a little bit just for one day a week, please? God. That's all I'm asking for. All right. So yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up, Clambos. Sorry, it's only 2 episodes. If you like 3, and you're welcome, it's 2 episodes. If you prefer this, yeah, we'll probably, because this actually is an important decision we need to make, we're probably going to reach out and ask people as well via the internet, not just this episode, because we got to make a decision by next week. Are we sticking with 2 or going back up to 3? Your choice. It's too bad we unfortunately have 0 say in the matter. It is completely a vote. Oh, well. Geese, would you like to begin the wrap up? Or is there something else you want to discuss?
No, let's do it. All right, Clambos. Follow us on social media at Look Listen Cast on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you, Keith Squared, for our artwork. You can find him at Keith Squared. Wait, no. Twitch.tv. Twitch.tv/Keith Squared. Thank you to Artie Fine and Rock Party and Devan and Peekaboo for your support. We
got a new supporter. Thank you, Peekaboo. We got a new supporter. Thank you, Peekaboo.
You can support us on
a new supporter. Thank you, Pika Blue. We love our Clambos supporters because we couldn't do it without you.
Supporters.
Especially since I'm paying dumb money to even record on this software. You know, it's rising costs. You know, the wages aren't going any higher, but sure is more expensive to live. You know what I'm talking about? It's hard out there. So thank you to our Clambo supporters.
Okay. Like I was saying, you can support us on a recurring basis or do a one-time donation at Anchor FM.
Or several one-time donations.
Thank you, Aaron, for the website and for doing the boilerplate. Please recommend this podcast to your friends.
All of your friends and your family. All right, geese. Looks like we only got one new question this week. That's all right, because last week we had about 45 questions and a manifesto. So this week we got a question from Peekaboo, new supporter. Yeah, not to blow up his spot, but he actually sent in a question before last week's episode went up that was the exact question we already answered. So then he listens to the episode. He's like, "Oh, geez, Louise," and then sends in a new question. So here's the new question. Peekaboo asks, what Pokemon-themed real-world item would you like to own? Geese?
I would like a Rotom microwave.
Oh, that'd be so sick. Pokemon-themed real-world item. Honestly, Clambos, and you're going to think this is crazy, just give me everything Pokemon-themed. Could you imagine walking into your apartment and it just looks like it's straight out of the Pokemon world? Oh, my God.
Ooh, what if you had like the chandelier Pokemon that looks like a chandelier.
As a chandelier? Chandelure as a chandelier? That'd be sick. Yeah, let me let me get a
or that teapot.
Chandelier.
Oh, I want the teapot from the
Sinistea,
teapot
Poltegeist geese, and you're having little tea parties.
Yes.
Oh my God. In Geese's mansion, that's gonna look great. While in my studio apartment, my chandelier is gonna be incredible. So sick. Wait, that's the entire episode? I thought we had more stuff to say. We must have goofed. Maybe we normally have more questions. Clambos, send more questions or we will never record again. Please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I feel like there's something else we got to say, Geese. There must be something we're forgetting.
No, I think that's it. I still don't know where Cleo is. So everyone...
The cat's gone.
Everyone tweet at prof_tickle_bits and
I think he changed
where's
it.
Cleo?
I think he changed it. Let me look. Yeah, his @ is just Prof Tickle Bits. There's no underscores in his @ so it's just Prof Tickle Bits. Tickle is spelled full. So everybody go to oh my God, what was response message? Golly, these people. Oh my God, you got to change that one. That's the tough one. Everybody at Prof. Wait, is it Prof or Professor Tickle Bits? Oh my God. Everybody at Prof Tickle Bits on Twitter, ask him #where's Cleo? I can't find her. And then everybody at response message and say, and by response message, I mean at response MSGPOD. Terrible name. Everybody at that and say, great work, guys. I love your episodes. Weird how you never mention Guyera, even though he mentions you all the time in the podcast. That's strange. Anyway, keep up the good work.
Speaking of response message, I was on their latest episode.
Right. We definitely need to mention that. That episode, and I'll tell them exactly when it goes up, that episode will be out on September the 5th. So, September the 5th, everybody go download the newest episode response message and listen to Geese talk about Blade Runner 2049. It'll be sick.
All right, Guyera, I have to poop.
And I have to use the bathroom and eat. Everybody, Clambos, have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you. I will not actually hate when people say I'll see you because that's not true at all. You're not going to see me. You'll hear me. If it's a video podcast, somebody could say like, you'll see me next week, but I'm going to publish another one of these in 1 week. So that's when you can hear me again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.